Yes guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another video. You joined me bedding in my RTS discs and pads from Williams Performance. So what we've actually got is the RTS one-piece discs and the RTS pads. So previously I was running the M Performance disc and it was time, they had a little lip on them, had quite a bit of a rubber lip on them. And what we did, we decided to go for an RTS. And I know a lot of people are thinking, why would you go from a two-piece, even though it's not a real two-piece, why would you go from a two-piece to a one-piece? And the reason why we went to the one-piece is because RTS are a brand that's made in the UK, supplies in the UK, and why not just test out a new product? And what I've noticed so far are that these are absolutely banging. I'm actually on a second set because these are another prototype that they're testing. But one thing I did notice is that the RTS disc weighs the exact same as the two-piece BMW disc. So if you are one of those guys that like to be a brand snob and you just want to go for the BMW, sure, go for the BMW. But in terms of weight, you're not missing out on anything. In terms of heat, from what I noticed, taking it on track and on a nice little Sunday morning hoon, I couldn't get them to fade, put it that way, and I was being a bit like silly. I couldn't get them to fade. So in my opinion anyway, a one piece and a two piece on the road, I don't really feel you need anything more. I did whack a set of my 1.1s on there, which I do use on track. On the road, don't use them on the road. They're great, but they squeak like mad. They'll drive you insane. You get loads of weird looks. Not that I get enough weird looks already as it is. So that's that. So that's what I'm out doing currently. Hence why you can probably smell a bit. You can't smell it, but I can smell the discs and the pads. Lovely. So today's video, and in case you haven't noticed from the title, I'm currently running a VSRS Sports Cat. I had a high flow downpipe on my 140, and then I just always thought, you know what, Sports Cat, just for the legality of it. And you know, sometimes I do get the press cars, and when I do get a press car, I have to sometimes leave my car there in case I drive there and get the car, blah blah blah. And I just like them being able to turn my car and then move it if they need to without dying and getting like fumigated by the fumes. So it's oil here. Why is there oil? We put the oil on the floor just there, idiots. So, as I was saying, I'm running a VSRS Sports Cat with the modified exhaust system. So that was Chistech. He modified the front res, the middle res, and the back box. And we weren't going to do the back box, so we decided to do it at the end. So we were just like, yeah, let's just go full send. So we went full send, got the back box modified as well. And it sounds great. The one thing I would say is, I don't know if it's down to the design or because the resonators are still, I don't know, muffling some of that sound, is if I do a lift off just here, I just get the same sort of burbles that I did with the stock system. And I think that is down to the Sports Cat, and the Sports Cat's something I do not want to change. I love having a Sports Cat. Not that the smell is nice, yeah, but you better hook that inside line tight, boss. So, not that how can I say this? Not that the smell of a D-Cat is strong, but it's more so for me, just knowing that on track anyway, I'm not going to have any issues. If this wasn't a track car, I probably would have gone for the high flow downpipe version. But again, track car, don't want to get any noise limits. I want to be able to fully send it without having to worry about microphones. So again, Sports Cat. So now, my son loves to get in this car sometimes when we just go out on a Sunday just for a hoon or whatever, and he always wants to hear the pops and bangs, and I can't do that because it can't do it. But if I put this mid-pipe on, I'm quite sure I can go into boot mode 3, set the burbles to aggressive and leave it as that. And with the flex fuel map that I have, it's on map 3 because I've got the BM3 multi-map. So I can leave it in map 3, and then as soon as my son's in the car and he wants to hear the burbles, hold the resume button, flick it down into map 1, and that can just be, that's my standard 99 octane, so that 99 octane, super unleaded map. So map 1, super unleaded. Map 2 is my E40, E10 all the way to E40 blend map, and then map 3 mixes them both together, and boom, I'm at the races. So what we're gonna do now is calling me define coding. He's probably asking if I can take him out in the car, because he's got an X3M, but it's actually a Transit. That's a kit car. So yeah, he just needs the B58 in his life. But yeah, guys, I will catch you in a short while. Whip the Scorpion open because we're going to be fitting the Scorpion mid pipes again from Williams Performance. And yeah, I will see you guys in a short bit. Okay, so you joined me out on my first drive with the Scorpion mid-pipes fitted, and what I can tell you so far from the little squeeze I've just done, there's a difference. There's a big difference. But before I get into that, I want to let you guys know I'm currently running an off-the-shelf map from Bootmod 3. So Bootmod 3, I've got an off-the-shelf map for the Stage 2 Plus. Nothing further, no hybrid turbo map as of yet. It would be great if they did, but they don't. So we're running an off-the-shelf map, and I'm leaving my custom tune alone for now, just because I don't really want to play around with it too much. Even though those settings are okay, you can play around with it. But peace of mind, I'd rather just run an off-the-shelf map, even though there are some guys in certain areas of the country that are offering custom tunes as under the sea maps. So so as I was saying, my thing here is I don't want it all the time, and I want to be able to go from map 4, which is what I'm in now, on a multi-map, which is OEM, roughly OEM power. I can come off the accelerator and there's nothing, there's no noise, there's no hoo-ha. We're conservatively driving through the British roads, Rule Britannia. So now, if I flick this stalk, I hold not the stalk, the resume button, and I go into map 1, all on the fly, don't need to turn the car off or anything. Now we're running our Stage 2 Plus power, which should be in the region of 450 to 470 brake horsepower, depending on your car and on the tune, and obviously fuel. And now if we go into Sports Plus, we ain't got warm tyres yet, so we're gonna just go Sports Plus for now. And I go into, say, 2nd gear, and I crack this window down a tad, and I rev it out to, say, 6, and let off. There is some pops and bangs, and I know they might not be everyone's cup of tea, but when you want to just, but let's not do it around here because people live here. That's one thing to note. The reason why I'm not the biggest fan of it is just because it's not very conservative. I have kids of my own, and sometimes, like, my son don't mind, but my daughter probably just scream her head off. She'd be like, what is that? I don't like it. So yeah, let's just do one more just here, 2nd gear, and let off. Yeah, it's definitely there. Do I like it? It's okay, it's nothing silly. There are some that sound absolutely stupid, and that's if you did have a decat high flow down pipe, then obviously it will be a lot more flow, and there's a lot more explosions that are going to be happening and coming through the exhaust rather on the front end. So let's just one more through here. It is a bit it is a bit, I don't know, like, you do get tempted to do it, but after a while I think the novelty wears off. But for me, what I like about it is that it's given the exhaust a deeper tone. So even with the windows up and a little squeeze here, it's proper deep, which is what I wanted. And I'm so glad they're not as loud, because if they are loud, then I'd be a bit paranoid going on track and having to let off, and that's something I said from day one I didn't want to do. So a bit of DSC off now. Let's just get around here first. Whew. Tyre's still a bit cold. So good. And I think for me, this is probably where it's at. I don't think I want to go down the route of anything more, bearing in mind my back box is already modified. So yeah, you just overtake all of Bradley Wiggins' mates. So yes guys, I'm on my way home now. I hope you're having a great Sunday. If you have enjoyed the video, please smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. God bless. I can't really send it round here, to be fair. I can't send it, because if I send it, it's people that have got babies and the babies are sleeping. Just need a bit more open road. Easy now. Oh yes, Barry. Cheers, mate. He's a legend. He's like, proceed, sir, proceed. I hope that's how he speaks anyway. But he looks like he speaks like that. Like, oh, proceed. Please, young man, continue to kill us all with your high flow downpipe and Scorpion exhaust system. Or he could just be like an outright G and talk like Max. Well, obviously my boy Max talks like this. He's obviously from Essex as well. He's like, yeah, cross the road, mate. Yeah, go on, cross the road, fit something to your car, break it, break it, and then call Tim up. Hey, Tim, is it meant to sound like this? Love you, Max. Oof, yes, boss, back into a 40. No houses around here, so we can give it some burbles again through here. That sounds stupid. Oh, crap, houses.